My name is Kyle Vines, and it is 3:06 on the 22nd of May. And today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things going on, but mostly the importance of community and where to find that community that can support you through ups, downs, and all of that. So I just received an email regarding the job that I applied to yesterday that was with the company that I worked for previously, left on good terms, have 5+ references that I know will vouch for me and my performance there. But they said that they were looking for somebody more in line with the role, which was surprising to me and really hit me hard, surprisingly, because as I've been applying for the last 6 months, I've gotten a lot of rejection and I am used to that. But that one I was really hopeful for and still am. I am not one to lie down easily, so I did follow up with the talent acquisition manager there, directly forwarded my cover letter, which spoke to my experience there and how it aligns with the role, and did that through email and LinkedIn. Hopefully that doesn't seem like too much, but like I said, I've got nothing to lose, so I might as well go for it. But it hit me hard, and I wanted to talk about community before that happened, but that kind of put an extra emphasis on having a support system around you, no matter what you're going through, and how to find that support system. So I'll go through a couple of places that I have found community and hopefully give you some hope if you're feeling lonely in your pursuits, which I know entrepreneurship in particular is extremely lonely. Being a leader within a business is very lonely because you are often on an island. You may be the idea person or the get stuff done person. If you've got people working under you, the folks under you often have a tighter knit community than the leadership does, unless you have a larger organization that has a large leadership team. That's besides the point. So I'll go through a couple of places to find community. And really this topic was sparked by conversation earlier this morning. My wife and I and our two sons went to a coffee shop, Lost Coffee. They have really neat stickers over here too. And my wife put together an organization for the parents of kindergartners to just meet up, just a standing invitation to have coffee and discuss whatever is going on. And there's so much value in that. But that's just one sense of community. There's also family. So as soon as I received that email, I shared it with my wife, let her see it and kind of feel what I was feeling and her to lift me up a bit because my spirits were down. And you may not have a traditional family, but there are people, if you're blessed enough to have them, that are very close to you. Hopefully they seem like family, or they are blood relatives or a spouse or whatever it may be. But that's the kind of the first layer of the support system as I have seen it, which is the ones that are closest to you. The next would be friends. In this distributed workforce and with most people being online, particularly post-COVID, it is harder, or I've seen that it's harder for particularly young folks to have a close-knit friend group. But there are all kinds of ways to identify who could be your friend. And I'll just run through a couple of ways that we have found them. So it could be through shared interest. Whenever my wife and I moved here, we are Saints fans, being originally from Louisiana. So we went to the local Saints bar and ran into somebody that I had gone to high school with. And then from that interaction, immediately had a friend group of 30 other Louisiana folks with shared interest just because of the location that we were originally from. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the location that you're originally from. It could also be, this is the second point here, just a location wherever you're at. So don't be afraid to strike up a conversation. What do you have to lose? You can find a shared interest just based on proximity to people. There are other things like shared interest, as I mentioned earlier. That could be books. Maybe you're a sci-fi fan, maybe television shows. Maybe you're a huge fan of True Detective. That's the first one that came to mind, season 1 in particular. Or maybe it is soccer or football, basketball. Maybe I said rock climbing already. That was a big one for us. But there are built-in communities within those shared interests. And all you have to do is put yourself out there. And once you find one commonality, it's often that I've found that you find additional commonalities in those people that have additional overlapping things that are shared interests are the ones that actually end up being close friends, and that's a really good sense of community there. There's also the professional community. So that could be peers, coworkers. It could be through LinkedIn and just people that are in the same industry, or maybe you're part of a particular network, say of realtors or loan officers. Loan officers, one of my cousins is into that and is really built a strong community based on her professional acumen. Maybe you're a YouTuber and make a community within that space, or maybe a designer of some sort. But those professional networks can also be really, really useful communities to plug into. The next community center that I'm going to talk about is, and this is personal to me, but it's the faith community. So that's folks at church, the reverend, or people that we see every Sunday, or parents of other children at the elementary school that also go to the same church. And then, as I mentioned in a previous video, I also went to a men's group that meets up twice a month, once at the church and once just for beer and food and conversation. But excellent centers of community there with intrinsically shared values of faith and stewardship of that community. And I already went into the professional side of things, but I wrote it twice here, maybe just emphasizing how important that one can be. But that's it for today. I just wanted to share quickly how important community is to lift you up, to share your information with, to lift other people up, to be an ear, to listen to somebody if they're going through a hard time, or to extend opportunities to someone if those arise. But community is extremely important. If you feel like you're lonely, comment below and we'll share our community with you or make some kind of connection that way. We're all human. We all have this need to be within some type of social structure, and it's often hard to find where you fit in, but once you're plugged in, you'll be in a better position to thrive. At least that's been my experience. And there's not many new things under the sun. So if you've got an interest, I guarantee you that there is a community of at least one or two additional individuals that align exactly with your shared interest. And it's just a matter of finding those folks to interact with and to build one another up with. So that's it. Again, my name is Kyle Vines. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep doing this. All right. See you later.